Oh, man. Kwab and I are recording as the game's still going on. Complete transparency. These stats may not be correct.
There's still
And
time.
that is
There's
why.
still time. Anything can happen.
No,
Anything can happen.
no. No, it can't. This game is over. Let's
Anything
go
is
to the box
possible.
score. The Nuggets beat the Clippers a lot to a little bit. Jokic at this time has 14, 8, and 7. If he goes back in the game, it is a travesty. Jamal Murray with 16 and 5. Christian Brown with 19 and 5. For the Clippers, Kawhi 22 and 5. James Harden didn't show up, and a random Clipper didn't do much. I just listen. Kwab doesn't know what I put on these box scores. I make them, and
I
then,
can't see it. So
yeah, you can't see it.
I'm hearing it at the same time you guys are hearing it. That's why I'm
It
like,
literally
yo.
says R. Clipper for random Clipper. The Clippers
Before you go,
after the
before you
second.
go, wait,
What?
before you go,
What?
before you go, I just want to say, that's ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
I didn't-
You're ridiculous.
It's like the
Okay.
only way
I'm
that it would
sorry.
fit into the
Go
box
ahead.
score.
Go ahead. Just real quick. Go ahead.
Listen,
Go ahead.
First quarter, Clippers were winning at the end of the first quarter. I have my notes. Derrick Jones Jr. in exclamation points because he came out gunning. He had 7 points, efficient 7 points right away. Then I had Derrick Jones Jr. like frowny face because he started missing threes that were leaving him open. But again, like the pattern, James Harden, like we'll talk about him in a second, didn't take his first shot till 1:44 left in the first quarter. The Nuggets, all the points they got were in transition or in the short roll with Jokic. Jokic did not hit a field goal, but he had 6 assists. They were able to find some success there in the short roll and the half-court offense. And then in the second quarter, man, the Nuggets went zone, and that was game. It was just from there, the Clippers just forgot how to play basketball. Kwab and I come on this show, and we try to like break down X's and O's for you, but the Clippers just could not figure out or what it was. They were playing extremely slow against the zone defense that they had. They weren't getting in transition. Harden wasn't being aggressive. The only success they found was when Zubac was in the middle and he had his little hook shot going. But aside, they couldn't hit threes. Like it was just over. By the mid-third quarter, this game was over. I texted Kwab like, "Yo, you ready to go?"
To me, at the end of the third quarter, bro, you were like, "Yeah, you're ready to go."
This game's over. It's over. And it's sad, man. I really really like this Clippers team to see them go out like that. They quit. The Nuggets made the
Shocker.
Clippers tap out in Game 7. It's wild.
A lot of my concerns about the Clippers came to fruition. So, and
You win.
My one concern was
You won.
Playoff time. James Harden is very inconsistent.
Well, hold on. I want to ask you about the Nuggets first. Talk to me about the Nuggets because they won. Let's give credit to the winning
I'm
team.
gonna get on the Nuggets. Okay, good call. Nuggets wise, I think that one thing I saw this game was their defensive intensity was like ratchet up. Even in the second quarter, there were so many plays where they got like a lot of steals from like inbound passes and just the Clippers not paying attention. And like Russell Westbrook was making like steal plays on steals, or even when he missed his free throw and he followed it up, like just little what was it, 50-50 plays? They were making all the 50-50 plays. And Game 7 in the playoffs, you need to make every single you win on the margins, as we always say. Like, and the Nuggets were winning on the margins. Now the third quarter started, and they were like, okay, they moved the sliders up like in 2K, and they were like, yo, we're about to. It just felt like I was watching a team that wanted it way more compared to what the Clippers were doing, and and it's crazy to say that. It's just I know that's not analysis. That's not me breaking down, like you said, breaking down X and O's, and it just felt like I was watching one team that just wanted it more, and like the spark that Westbrook came off with the bench, Peyton Watson had off the bench, like. Michael Porter Jr. is playing with one shoulder. Like, let's
right.
let's
and not for nothing, Jamal Murray and Jokic didn't do anything in the first half. Murray especially. Murray didn't get his first points until like the back end of the second half.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So it was like, I was like, okay, well, it's over. You remember you texted me? I was like, yo, can we go? I'm like, nah, I'm doing some chores right now. Like, I was literally like, it's over. Like, I was hoping for a close game going into the fourth and like a back and forth. Like, I'm still looking at the score right now, hoping like the Clippers pull a magic trick out there. But it's over.
It's over. It's over. It's over. Don't even look at the score. I don't even want the audience to know what the score is.
You don't even want to. It's
over.
Props to the Nuggets. Props to the Nuggets because, the Aaron Gordon dunk, game-winning dunk, was like the momentum shift.
Yeah.
Because if they had lost that game, they would have been down 3-1, I believe. right? So that could have changed the course of the whole series. That tip dunk changed it, even though they would have went to overtime. But I think me and you both believe like the Clippers would have won that game at home. But that
Yes.
tip dunk saves, like, it feels like that was the momentum shift. Like, even though the Clippers have came back and won some games, is what the Nuggets have been able to do, and especially this game shows why me and you both were kind of like, well, they are champions. They have Jokic, like, and we don't know, like, we're still on the
This
fence
is for
about that.
everybody in our power rankings comments giving us crap whenever we had the Nuggets high. This series is for you.
Yeah.
There's a reason why. I mean, we would say it too. Like, even when the Nuggets didn't seem like contenders, we were always just like, yeah, but you can't count them out. They won a championship. They have the best player in the world. And when push comes to shove, they can show up in ways like this. You know what I mean? They're not the best defensive team, but they've played the zone very well in the playoffs so far. Maybe they go to that. They could run the ball better than any team. They have playmakers. They have a point guard who can create his own shot. They have snipers. They do have good defenders, and they have, I can't believe I'm going to say this, they have Russell Westbrook off the bench.
There you go.
Who
There you
just
go.
causes hell. I mean, sometimes he causes hell for his home team. But
Yeah.
today, I mean, you have him bringing energy on both sides of the ball, running with, the first unit or second unit. It doesn't matter. This is a good team. They're a really good team, and Oklahoma City's going to have their hands full. We're not going to do the preview here, but it's going to be a fantastic series in my mind. I can't wait for that. Now let's talk James Harden.
Why do you want to talk James Harden? There's nothing to talk about, bro. Like, he's consistent. James Harden's been very consistent all throughout his playoffs. So I mean, it is what it is, man. What is there to talk about? What is there to talk about? Like, what are you gonna say?
I don't get it. That's what I'm going to say. Like, I just, and the thing is, I don't even think he played bad, but typically in game sevens, when your team needs you the most, there's an extra effort from stars that are just like, okay, I know I'm needed more than typically, like, and I'm going to have to do more than I typically do. Harden seemed like he was like letting the game come to him, but like, at some point, bro, like, you have to get aggressive. Like, a lot of the zone was his fault because he was just dribbling around. He wasn't doing much. And I think he had 13 assists last time I checked. And that's good. But the team needs you to score. The team needs you to be aggressive. The team needs you to, dictate the pace of the game. It's not just getting an assist. It's running the ball, pushing the ball, making sure the ball's moving in the half court. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with him. He's one of the best players of all time, and I don't know what it is with him in big games in the playoffs. He has stinker. Like, he has more than I can think of. I think I just saw a stat. Like, shout out to the guys at Nerd Sesh. I mean, they have a podcast at The Volume. I don't produce that particular show, but I know them. And I think Carson tweeted out something like he averages like 19 points per game in game sevens, which is like insane for someone his talent. He should be averaging like 25, 30. Like, I don't get it, man. And I feel bad because I feel like a lot of narratives get thrown on players undeservedly so. And I feel like James Harden has had big moments in the playoffs. But I would be lying to you if like this surprises me. I'd be lying to you if this surprised. Like, and I feel bad about it. I feel bad about it.
I'm not shocked. I'm just like, I'm not, because it's like the problem with James Harden. If you're a fan of this show, that's a throwback. That's a throwback. The problem with James Harden is that, but no, the issue with James Harden is that his highs are very high, but his lows are always so confusing for a player of his caliber. So you see him put up this type of like a role player point guard stats for a game seven. You're just like, yo, why? But I don't know. He doesn't. What's the phrase? Like, he doesn't let go of the clip like when he has to. Like, bro, like
right.
This is the time when you're like, yo, just be aggressive, go out guns blazing.
Shoot 5 for 27.
Like, attack. Just, show some, like, I don't know. But to me, I'm not shocked because my whole thing, we would debate off camera a lot when we do our power rankings about having the Clippers in. You've been very high on the Clippers because of your defense, which showed up in a lot of some of these games.
Not today.
In this series, definitely not today. Yeah. And how they've all been playing. So and how technically they're also a very deep team. Like you having Batum and Derrick Jones and even Chris Dunn. So you've been high on them. My concern with them has always been, yeah, but James Harden, or yeah, but Kawhi Leonard might get injured. Thankfully, knock on wood, Kawhi Leonard has been able to get through this season unscathed. So props to him. I'm very, very, very happy for him because he's a player that people think like he wants to sit out or he doesn't want to play. The man wants to play. He just hasn't been able to, and he was able to play this playoffs, and you were able to see some very, very good moments from him. This is what you get though. But I don't. This is the other thing I was gonna say too. I know that Ty Lue went with starting with Derrick Jones Jr. I don't know if that was necessarily a great idea because Derrick Jones
started off well, and then
he started off well with the drives, but then he started shooting missing a bunch of open threes. That's when I was like,
open. They said you beat us, and he didn't.
And why not start Batum after the game he had? He had yesterday.
My counter to that would be that they won the first quarter, and then they started Batum in the second half, and they got blown out in the third quarter. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
To me, though, the game was already done by then. There were just the Nuggets just took their soul. They took their soul, like literally took their soul. The Clippers did not try in the second half. They didn't rotate on. If it was more than one rotation, they didn't do it. They just gave up. I mean, they gave up in the second half. Full blown just gave up. The Nuggets took their soul. It's unfortunate because, for the first time in a while, the Clippers had everything going for them. You have a healthy Kawhi. You have James Harden, who's playing well going into the playoffs. You have Zubac, who's coming into his own. You get Bogey at the break. Batum is playing well again. Like, you have a team. You go into the playoffs hotter than mostly anybody in the league, and you can't get out of the first round against a team that just fired their freaking head coach. Michael Malone is in a Brooklyn apartment right now cursing in New York Ebonics. And they could not defeat a team that just fired their head coach.
This feels like it justifies them firing Michael Malone. Like, it's crazy. Like, that's what I was gonna ask. Does this move feel like it justifies them firing Michael Malone? Because
no. Because the Nuggets have won a championship with Michael Malone.
Fair.
So I don't want to go there just yet.
Because it's just a first round win, and they were the higher seed. So
yeah.
It is what it is, man. Like you know how I feel about the Clippers, especially after they signed Ben Simmons. I was like, well, I know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen.
Listen, we're gonna leave it at that. The Nuggets beat the Clippers a lot to a little. Clippers just didn't show up after the second quarter. They're gonna play the OKC Thunder. Kwab and I are gonna have our series preview probably tomorrow. We'll probably do it tomorrow and give it out. Maybe tomorrow or Monday. We'll see what the schedule looks like with that series. I don't know what time or what day game one is. So we'll base it off of that. We are going to be reacting to Rockets Warriors tomorrow, game 7. Also, game 1, Cavs Pacers. So stay tuned for that. And be on the lookout for our Knicks Celtics series preview. Hint, hint. I'm going to be venting a lot.
I don't know why. You're just getting worked up for nothing, bro.
I'm being worked up. I know it's coming. Like, I'm on the railroad tracks, tied up, and I'm watching the train come at us. That's
Final destination vibes,
it's all right.
man.
Listen, you can follow us everywhere at the Dime NBA. All social medias. I'm Josh Rodriguez at Josh_Rodriguez_. He's Kwab at Kwab, aka Yes. We will see you tomorrow for more game reactions of the Dime. Peace.